Hello friends, happy Easter to all of you. I hope the holy days and Easter Sunday were indeed good moments for you. I know many came and participated in the services through live streaming and Facebook, and we thank you for coming and joining us in celebrating and praising the Lord. Now I'm sure probably Easter also had sort of a bittersweet, there's the joy, the hope, the life of Easter, but then there was also the fact that you couldn't get together with your larger family, the brothers and sisters, the parents, the grandparents, the little kids, they couldn't run around with their cousins yesterday. And that makes it different. And in fact, television reporters, radio reporters have been asking me quite regularly, so how are things going for the church these days in terms of how are you functioning? And my stock answer now is, well, it's business as usual, only delivered in a very different way. And so you saw that with the celebrations of the Holy Week live streamed. But another incident or a situation for us is this coming weekend. It's a family conference. So obviously we can't gather physically. Last year we did. 250 people, all ages, wonderful speakers, just good dynamics, good energy, encouraging and promoting family life. Well, this year we can't. But it's still business as usual, only delivered in a different way. And so we will be live streaming this conference. It's from 2 to 4:45, and this Saturday afternoon, that's Manitoba time. And what it is we are still having the guest speaker, Kevin Dunn, and he'll be speaking upon this theme: our children, God's gift of love to us. And he has 3 talks of 20 minutes or so, and then, but he's also connecting, these were pre-taped, but he's also connecting live so that there'll also be discussion with him and live chat. So think about it. And it's good that it comes at this time, because perhaps especially with the Easter weekend and what we were and weren't able to do, but then not being able to be physically with one another, absence makes the heart grow fonder, and we realize perhaps more deeply this weekend just how important our families are. And so the conference speaks to that. We didn't plan it for being live streamed and this moment and these conditions, but it touches it. And our families are so important to us. The family is where we learn to be loved and to love. And those are the 2 greatest needs of a person: to be loved and to love. And actually, the second one is more crucial, more important than the first. Unless you have the first, you're not free to do the second. But it's the second that is really a reflection of God through us. Created in His image, He is love being poured out in His Son Jesus, given in service, given completely. And so it is with our families. And so to think about that and to, I'm going to say, reconnect with our families. I'm making more phone calls to my sisters in Saskatoon than I ever do. But, and I'm sure you are too. But with the family, as you are in the house there, to taking the time to, put Netflix on hold and put video games on hold, and the to-do list of 30 things you can finally get around to now, to just put that on hold and to spend time with each other, and to talk to each other. So a walk, a long time around the dinner table, sitting together and praying, all the ways in which human beings are meant to connect with one another, and the family is the prime way in which that's lived, and people grow in the sight of God and in grace, as was said of Jesus in the Holy Family. And so we know that family can bring many, many good things, but it can also be very, very difficult to live family. If there were stresses before, those stresses can be exacerbated, and what was quarreling before can actually sometimes end up in physical violence now, or in other ways. So we have to make sure that we in society find ways that those who are vulnerable to situations of abuse can find help. But at the same time, if there's strains, then perhaps this is a special time for healing, for reconciliation, for forgiveness. And so to really see our family as it is, and what does God call our family within its four walls right now to be for one another. And so to think about that, to pray about that, to talk about that, and again, the most important, to listen to one another. Listen to the other person's thoughts, but especially listen to their heart, to their feelings, and correspond to that. The church has always said the family is a domestic church, a small church. And it is, not just because it prays together, but it is where love is experienced and learnt. St. John Paul II would say that the family was a school of love, with all its challenges and joys, but it takes commitment, it takes consciousness and commitment to grow as a family together. And so to think about that these days. And again, if you can, on Saturday, and again, you got not too much else to do and not too many places to go. So from 2 to 4:45. And if you wish to register, you do this, tridiocesan.rsvpify.com. So tridiocesan.rsvpify.com. Why tridiocesan? Because it's a common effort between the Archdiocese of Winnipeg, Archdiocese of Saint-Boniface, and Ukrainian Catholic Eparchy. The conferences will be available online for 1 week on Facebook and 1 month on lifeandthefamily.com. lifeandthefamily.com. So, I wish you a good Easter season, and very much a good Easter season as a family. Thank you.